Well, Steve, welcome to the program. It's great to catch up with you. You're in Masterton and you've had a busy time with weaner fairs.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Thanks for having me on. Busy time in the last month and for the rest of April and into May as well with weaner fairs locally and through the lower North Island.
What have been some of the sort of, I suppose, features or trends that have evolved, if at all?
Yeah, I guess trends-wise, probably. I guess there's weaner fairs are stronger than they were this time last year, which is positive. I guess a bit of confidence in the beef job going forward. So we're seeing people happy to get into those weaners again and happy to be purchasing again. Whereas last year, obviously, at this time of year, things were very much up in the air. The world was a bit of a different place, so good to have that confidence coming back into things.
And have you noticed the numbers have picked up?
Numbers have been back to I guess where we would expect them to be. A lot of the weaners last year didn't come to the sale yards because the sale yards were closed through the end of March and April with COVID. So. Yeah, the numbers are where we would expect them to be.
Has bidr played much of a part on the actual live sales?
Not so much yet with our live sales. A few other places around the country are about to go forward and have bidr. I think Tikawiti yesterday had bidr running in conjunction with their weaner fair. So that was really the start of them being involved in the weaner fairs as such. So yeah, good to see them in that space as well.
So what's the process? You've got how many sales? Like quite a few still to come.
Yeah, that's right. So through March we had our Masterton, Wairarapa and Danneberg sales and fielding kicked off as well, and through April fielding pretty much go every week with the weaner fairs, and they go right through into May as well. Pretty well every week they're either having 1 or 2 day sales there on the weaners as well as their regular Friday sales with older cattle and with lambs.
Now there's a lot of talk at the moment about the green drought in various areas, particularly along the east coast. I'm not sure how Wairarapa is faring, but generally speaking, in terms of the weather and what the paddocks are looking like, is it okay or pretty dry?
Yeah, no, we're not too bad. We sort of picked up a bit of rain early March locally and then another good rain at the end of March. So we're starting to feel a bit of autumn growth coming through, which is really good. But certainly getting messages out of the east coast of the South Island and further north up into Hawke's Bay, but things are still pretty tough in places up there.
What about sheep? What's the story with sheep at the moment?
Yeah, sheep's good. Lambs certainly seen some confidence in that job. Contracts out there through May, June, July for pretty good money, which means that those winter finishers are happy to pay good money for good lambs. Seeing plenty of lambs hitting that 115 through to 125 and $130, which is really positive, and they can back to back those lambs on contracts and lock in a pretty good margin on those lambs. So lamb job's positive, definitely.
Is this a sort of a sign that perhaps people are the flock is probably going to be a bit down on what it's been, and so there's going to be a bit more demand for the lambs?
Yeah, certainly. We're expecting North Island anyway. I think they normally work on about 9.5 million lambs to kill in a season. Due to droughts last year and other factors, they were really only working on 9,000 lambs. They expect to come forward for processing this year, so that's already having an effect on the meat companies. They're happy to go forward and try and secure a bit of that supply, their share of the market. So that means that guys have the option of really locking in either some or all of their lamb supply on forward contracts, which gives them the confidence to go out there and purchase those store lambs.
So day to day for you, it's a busy time, particularly at this time of year.
Yeah, it is. It is busy. It's good. It's good time. People are getting good results on their calves. Vendors are happy with what they're getting for their calves or lambs that they've taken through to this point, and purchasers, as I say, they're happy to get into that cattle market again and get some of those good quality beef weaners around them, and if they're in the lamb job, they're happy to go forward and pay that good money with with basically a guaranteed margin. So it's a positive time to be in the industry. It's good.
And your parish is the whole of the North Island or lower?
Lower North Island, so Taranaki down to Wanganui, Manawatu, across to Dennyburg and down to the Wairarapa.
Well, good on you, Steve. Keep up the good work, and if anybody needs some advice on that, they can just give you a call.
Yeah, certainly me or their local agent if need be.